I'm just going to try and do a real quick video here to to respond. This is be my video response instead of typing it out and get into a debate or argument over Facebook, which sometimes can take a long time and be less constructive and productive as you would hope. Anyways, I had shared a meme this morning from the I think it was originally created by the Free Thought Project and shared by the Anti-Media. Shout out to both of them. Thanks for everything you do. Anyways, the meme was if you could get rid of the world, if you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be? Now I'm just going to skip by my what I said or the other commenters. I've covered a few of them already, but what stood out to me is, and what I really want to comment on is actually a friend of a friend, Sherry McEvan, which is a friend of Bernard Johnson. Hey Bernard, you might need to really listen to this, my friend. But anyways, her reply, which, sorry ladies, I mean I hate to say this because I'm not sexist in any way, shape, or form. I love my wife. I love lots of females in my life, but Jesus Christ, money. If you could get rid of, you want to get rid of money. Well, what is money? I mean, I could understand if the reply was fiat money, government created, backed by nothing, centrally planned, centrally manipulated, completely destructive policies of altering what the money is worth and the valuation. I can understand if you were to say, well, we got to get rid of the Federal Reserve and the Federal Reserve notes that they produce, that these central planners keep manipulating and have central power and dictating what the valuation is. But money, anyone that would possibly suggest that money is evil or that we should get rid of money is basically suggesting that we should go back into slavery. I mean, obviously slaves didn't have to worry about money at all, did they? Because their value, their labor and their productive capacity had no value placed on it. That's what slavery means. You really need to start to understand some of the things that... Stop listening to these fucking communists, all right? Because I know they love talking this shit, these anti-capitalists. But if you're fucking foolish enough, and I have found, and sorry ladies, but it's predominantly the ladies, all right? There are men too. I'll throw them under the bus as well, but it's predominantly ladies that keep falling for this shit. And I can't help but think it's probably because in the psyche of the female, they were not the ones that always had to be the ones to go out and produce, right? To be the productive fucking members, right? If you're taking care of your family, I suppose you never really placed a monetary value on that, although you should, because there is value in everything that somebody does. But anyways, because in the modern world that we live in, we get paid for our productive capacity, our labor, our innovation, right? The things that we create, the products of our mind, we place value on that. And that's, in the capitalist system, that's foundational. You have to place value on people's productive capacity and their labor. Otherwise, you're just talking about communism, socialism, slavery, forced subjugation. It's all the same shit. If you don't want to place value on someone, well, what gives them what puts them any different than the person that doesn't want to do shit? Well, that's what collectivism is. That's what socialism, communism, slavery. That's what it is. Because I mean, even if you go back into the days of with the working in the plantations and the slaves, there were some that were more productive than the others. There were some that might have created 200 or might have gathered up 200 pounds worth of cotton in the run of a day. Maybe someone did 400 pounds. Are we supposed to get into that mindset? Are you suggesting that, well, the person that produced 200 should be the exact place, have the same valuation as someone that produced 400 pounds? That's what you're suggesting when you say that money is evil or that you want to get rid of money. Because money, in its original concept, what it's supposed to represent is just a value on what we do, on our productive capacity, our innovation, and the things that we create. That's all it is. It's placing a value on it. So are you suggesting that I have no value? That everything I do, all the work I do, whether I was building working for the paving outfit, the Perfection Paving, and doing the runway, the airport runway in the Fredericton Airport, are you saying that I have the 16, 17 hours a day that I did, 5, 6 days a week, that had no value? That I should just do this kind of stuff as a slave of some sort? I mean, what the fuck kind of mentality is that? Yeah, you're goddamn right. I'm going to rail against that shit because I don't believe in forced subjugation. I believe in placing value on a human being. I don't believe humans should be sacrificed like we're not sacrificial animals. We're autonomous, free-thinking, self-sufficient human beings. So when you talk about suggesting money is something that you'd like to get rid of, what I really want to tell you is, and why I'm making this video, is I want to point out to you right away that I really don't believe you actually fully subscribe to the shit you're even put forth, Sherry. Because I'm pretty sure that you're not out there working for free. I'm pretty sure, well, unless you're, unless maybe you're a welfare recipient, maybe you've never worked a day in your life. If you've never worked a day in your life, then I'm sure maybe you don't place any value on labor and productive capacity or innovation or what you can think of in your mind and create. If that's the case, okay, then I can understand where you're coming from. But if you have ever worked anywhere in your life, if you have ever done anything in your life that required productive capacity, I'm pretty sure you wanted someone to appreciate and value what you did. So I don't believe you even fully subscribe to your own rhetoric. I believe actually, as with most of the people that I've seen that subscribe to this kind of ridiculous nonsense, is you're just believing someone else's propaganda that they're putting forward. The corporations take advantage of you. Listen, you know yourself, no matter how much you try to spin or twist it in any way, shape, or form, you've never worked for a company that have forced you to work for them. There's never been a company in your life, if you've ever worked, that have said that you have to work for them and you have to stay there. You've always had the ability to leave at any time you chose. So to try to deny this and to try to regurgitate some of this communist bullshit, well, I believe this is maybe, might be some shit that Russell Brand would say, but I mean, once again, look at the rhetoric and see if his rhetoric matches up with his actions, right? Has fucking Russell Brand gotten rid of all his money and said, I'm not worth anything, huh? Is Russell Brand living on the fucking streets because he doesn't feel that his life or his work or anything that he's provided in society has no worth? Of course not. Stop falling for this fucking nonsense of these idiots that will tell you whatever they want to hear, and especially if it's a good-looking guy. I've seen this my whole fucking life. Women will do some really and listen to some really crazy fucking shit if some good-looking guy tells them something. No, listen, and I'm not even into feminists, but if you want to have self-respect as a woman, I don't care if it's male or woman that tries to talk this shit to you. Don't fall for that nonsense. Think for yourself. If you actually believe that no human labor or productive capacity has any value, you've played your cards all out right there, and that tells me that you better lead by example. If you want to tell me that you actually believe that nobody has value in anything they do, I want to see you out there spending from this day till the day you die working and producing for everybody in society for free. Because that's what your suggestion. If valuation should not be placed on your labor, then just go do it for free. Lead by example. But see, this is the thing. Socialists, collectivists, feminists, they talk out this side of the mouth, but will never follow through out this side. It's over here, but I can't do that shit myself. So if you're going to talk stuff, if you're going to try to delve into these issues of, economics or politics, well, practice what you preach. Because if you look to what I suggest or what I talk about, I don't just say what's on my mind. I don't just speak from principles and philosophical principles. I actually walk the walk. So whatever I say, you can look through my whole history of my life and you'll see that, oh shit, he's not just someone that's talking a lot of good talk. He's someone that walks the walk, all right? Even my business, Team X Racing, which I own, I've owned for many years now. Does small engine repair. I'm into drag racing, ATVs, cars, four wheelers. I'm into off road, all kinds of endeavors that I'm. But when I even started my business, when I created the business, I set it up as a sole proprietor type of business. It's not even a corporation, okay? So in other words, anything that ever went wrong with my company, I'm responsible for it. I'm not trying to use a magical fake entity to offload, any mistakes I made or anything else onto other people. I'm willing to own up to my own business, and I stand behind my business, and I'm willing to take on if I profit, I'll take the profits. If I lose, I'll take the losses. I'm not trying to offload or socialize any losses or any mistakes that I've made. I'm not forcing other people to take on or assume the responsibilities of taking on the faults that I've made. So please give people that actually produce all the things that you get to enjoy, even commenting. Sherry, how did you comment? Huh? How do you fucking think all that internet infrastructure? How do you think your computer got built? How do you think, the telecoms, it doesn't matter any aspect of it. Do you think everybody should be providing this shit for you for free or something? No, there's people that are working to provide a living for not just themselves but for their family, which means they have to rely on evaluation, some form of evaluation. Now the government and the monetary system we have now, it completely fucking screws with the evaluation that the productive capacity and the value that it should be worth. I get that. So if you're mad about the current monetary system, then at least state that. But don't go around and try to make this bullshit suggestion that money is in itself is inherently evil. That goes back to the parasites and collectivists of old have always used that excuse. And that's how they try to force people to become slaves and subjects to their very whims, is by saying that you don't have the only valuation that matters is what you can produce for us or the greater good or the higher powers. No. Have some self-esteem, have some self-respect, place value on you. Know that you have worth, okay? Because that's what money is really supposed to represent. The worth, the respect, the acknowledgement that what you do, the hours you put in, the blood, sweat, and tears that you provide in your productive capacity has worth. So no, don't fall for this foolishness, Sherry. Do not blame money, okay? Money is not the problem. Central powers, central banks, coercion, force, manipulation, that's the problem. Those are the things you should be railing against, not money. Learn what money means first. This is once again, it always comes back to understand and define the terms. Once you understand and define the terms, then put your principled stance forward. But you'll realize quickly, if you don't just listen to what other people tell you you're supposed to think, and if you actually learn the defined terms of the words that you use, then you might have a complete shift in your mindset. Well, I almost would say 100% certainty almost that you will. Unless you're actually willing to sit here and say that you don't place no value on anything you do or anything anyone else does. Sorry if it seemed a little bit hard, Sherry, and I got no hard feelings to you, girl. But I just want to point this stuff out because I feel it's imperative. It's so important because I know you've been taught some really, really stupid, fucked up shit. We've all been taught this stupid shit. Very few of us know how to break free from it and to step outside the bounds. But I'm here to help you. That's what I'm trying to do, Sherry. So please, stop blaming money. Money is not a problem. Central planners, manipulators, control freaks, sociopaths, there's your problem. Money, valuation for the products or your productive capacity, your labor, or your mind, that's not a problem. I respect you enough that if you ever do anything, if you provide a service for me, I don't want you to provide it for me. I will pay you what I feel you're worth and whatever we can negotiate where we can both be happy, Sherry. That's what I'm all about. Anyways, I'm done with this. It's Canadian Libertarian. And you know I love liberty.